Is the show starting late today? Maybe. Maybe the men have some business to handle. Get it? Never. I'm not going to say that one. Hey, Joe, let's hit a button. Actually, I think we used that one already.
This is Wise and Nerdy, a show where nerding out is cool and solving the problems of the world is a way of life.
And you know what? What happens when Toys R Us kids grow up and become parents? They become co-hosts of the show where geeky fathers unite to share the joys, challenges, and hilarity of navigating parenthood. Because being a grown-up doesn't mean you stop being a fan. It just means your sidekicks call you dad. And no, Joe, I am not your sidekick, and I'm not going to call you daddy. Okay, I might call you daddy, but I'm not calling you dad.
Okay.
So, hey, man, how's it been? It's been a whole week.
It has been.
Yeah. It's so people, you don't understand what goes on sometimes in the Patreon. And I've already had my trust shattered once. I'm not sure what landmines I might be walking into with the live show. Did you just roll dice? Crack is whack, my friend. Come sit down. He's still not sitting down. Oh, he went to get a because this time we both told stories in the beginning. So he didn't get prepped with his, I'm sure it's non-alcoholic Dr. Pepper. You know, we won't let the secret out. It's fun.
Do they even make alcoholic Dr. Pepper?
I have no idea, to be honest. I do, but I don't think it comes in a can. But that, sir, is not what we called to talk about. We should be already through the process of joining Podderation, as in move the feed over. Everything seemed to go smoothly. We did it after we published last week's episode. So if you're hearing this, then everything is fine, and then it'll be published to the new Megaphone outlet on Spotify. But if you're not hearing this, let us know. So we can look into it. But yeah, so I met with Hugh one day, I think Monday maybe, and walked through the Megaphone thing. I do need to show it to you, so it's you can kind of figure it out. It's a little bit hidden menus, but being that you're the kind of guy who builds hidden menus, I think we'll be fine.
All right.
Now we have a little special segment before we go on.
Uh-oh.
Or do you want to save it for the commercial break?
I have no idea what it is, so.
It is this.
Oh, yes. Go for it.
Okay. So I haven't opened it yet, as you can see. It is nothing up my sleeve. No tricks.
So for our podcast listeners, he held up a package.
Yes, an envelope. Now it does not say anything other than my name. It has my phone number on it and my address and all that. But I presume that this is what you bought through Throw. Now, side note, there's been yet more issues with, trying to order you a freaking robot maid from China with the tariffs and everything. It's been difficult to navigate, but it's coming. The robot will be here soon.
I'm getting my own. What was the Jetsons maid? Betsy?
Rosie.
You're right. It was Rosie. I don't know why I was thinking. I must have been Flintstones as Betty.
Maybe all your caustic male sexism came from cartoons. So, all right, let's see. There's a thing in a white package and a piece of paper, and that's it. Okay. So yes, yours. I've gotten confirmation that yours should be shipping out soon, and it's something I've been working on for a while. It just has taken time, and it just is an invoice with no price or anything. Just says, "Hey, this is what it is." Okay. So I do see on the front it says custom faceplate for Wave XLR. Now, so there was one night, I don't remember if it was Patreon or on the show, because I was talking about Throne, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, hey, do you even have an XLR? And I was like, no, I don't. And you're like,
and I was like,
yeah. And you're like, why do you have faceplate? And there it is. Nice, beautiful faceplate for Wave XLR. Yeah, I was like, because I also have a Wave XLR on my
This doesn't look like
list.
the one I was on your list, is it? I thought it was a green
It's
one.
one of them. Well, no, okay, yeah, that it's hard. It looks. I see in the camera, it looks kind of grayish,
Yeah, it
but
does.
in real life, if you get in the away from the bright camera lights, it's a
Got it.
far screen. It
Okay.
is, yeah. So no, it is a far screen. Yeah. So here's how sometimes my mindset works. Okay, you're like, do you have one? I was like, no, but there's also one on my list, and you're like, well, does it disappear if someone buys it? I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, Joe, because a Wave XLR has not shown up in my house. However, it was not on my list like it was originally. I don't know if,
Yeah, because I didn't see it on your list. I was like, oh, he must have one. So that's why I went ahead and ordered
yeah.
you the faceplate.
So no, I appreciate that so much. And then I did get a spoiler email at some point. It's like, hey, somebody's bought something off your throne, and you open the email and it had your notes like Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, or whatever on it. So it's like,
Yep.
oh, okay, that's why Joe's been all snoopy in my stuff. Because at one time I was like giving you grief, like, man, you really are. Make your own list. You're really getting up in my grill, man. So thank you, Joe. But here's the mindset. The mindset was like, oh, well, okay, I had put a bunch of stuff on the list, right? And I do have it broken down to there's a whole list, but then there's, if you want to break it down, there's just fun stuff. There's booze and cigars.
Yeah, you have different categories.
Yeah, so you can jump to what suits you if you want to suit me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I thought I was like, oh, well, I don't have a Wave XLR, but I'd love to have. I'm gonna put it up there. This and that. Not thinking, oh, if somebody wants to go in and has a budget, they're going, oh, let's grab this thing there. So, well, now if I ever get a Wave XLR, which is on my throne list currently, throne.com/bear crawling.
What
And
what I find really awesome about Throne is that you can have items that people can partially fund. I don't know of any other service similar to this that you can do that. Like with Amazon, you just got to outright buy whatever. You got the different wish lists that it can be
Yes.
public, but you got to just outright buy it. And so Throne has that option, which is pretty cool. We're as a clarification, we are not sponsored by Throne, but I did find that pretty neat. But we're open to it.
We are absolutely open to it. Moderation, get on that. Get us the Throne sponsorship. We're definitely open to it. But also on my throne, I have a Taco Bell gift card. And so Taco Bell, please support us is the banner on the screen right now. So yeah, I do love that. Now I know it bothered you, and I don't love that it bothered you. That's not what I'm saying. But I do love that it is very private, right? I get to put the stuff up there, the price there. You went and clicked on it, and it gave you no confirmation of shipping. I'm assuming you got something that said you bought it, but
it did tell me that they had sent it to their department to be shipped.
Okay.
They did send me an email for that, but because they definitely can't give me a tracking or anything like that, because that would be not good. But I do wish that they had given me a confirmation email that it had been delivered.
Yeah, I get that. I do. I'm with you on that. But there's lots of, not me. I mean, I put my email address or my address out there until it becomes a problem. Then we'll fix things. I'll put it in my brother-in-law's house, and good luck with good luck with it. But there's another one. I don't remember what it is, but there are two similar, Throne and another one, but it's made for creators, and they very much are that. They're very much, all the emails I get from them that aren't, hey, somebody got you something, was, hey, here's how you can promote your list a little bit better. Here's how your fans want to hear from you. You updated your list. Your fans want to hear from you. So it's very creator protective of easily putting up lists, and people can do that for you. And then you get to say thank you without ever crossing a privacy boundary. So one thing though, they do have stores inside of it. And as I was discovering Throne back around Thanksgiving and then starting to play with it and build my list, it's like, hey, we just partnered with Corsair. I think it's who it was, or Elgato. It's Elgato, because Corsair made the faceplate, but Elgato is selling it through their store, if I remember correctly. So I just, I'll shop the store, and that's where I was putting in different little things from the Elgato store. But yeah, it is cool. Random kid, rumor has it that Charles has a Throne list What's the? I got to double check. 'Cause I want it to be our GOP 42, but I'm pretty sure it
It
might
is.
be
It's
my.
RGOP
Is it
42.
okay?
Yeah.
So it's my newsletter that is bear crawling because I signed up with. I don't have an RGOP 42 email. I guess I got to do that. But I signed up for my newsletter with my bear crawling email, and it I can't find a way to change it, but I'm using the free one for it. Thank you, Joe. I was about to put that in. So yeah, and Joe, I think you need one too. I think I mean, here's the thing. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've made lists and made them public throughout my life. 99% of the time, I just end up going back to my list, getting what I want off of it. But there's been some really awesome surprises that have shown up because people had a moment
Yeah.
of
Like
charity.
Paul Puck.
Oh yeah, Paul Puck, man. Nobody's gonna touch Paul. No, I mean no offense to anybody, and maybe he will, but it's a high bar. He set a really hard. When we did Pokemon Go podcast, he just randomly bought Joe a Nintendo Switch, and then a little while later bought me one too. I mean, there was
if it was a little salty about that.
Yeah, it was like, I'm like, what? And we're like, I think he got those plates, those light plates.
He did get him the LED plates.
And by the way, nobody was ever public about being salty. And even behind the scenes, it was man, that is so awesome. I kind of like that too. In that tone of voice and everything. It was a very cool. So he set a high bar of all, I mean, legitimately no expectation of a package showing up at my door, no hint that was coming. I think the same for you, Joe. And also, what's this box? And you open it up like, is this real? This is a Switch? What's going on here? So cool.
Yeah, I think I've even got your face saved from when you did that.
I have a picture. You've cut it and you've made it. You've done a meme. Joe is Joeing out tonight. He is arting it up all over the place tonight. Go ahead.
All over the place. I don't know where I've got it saved. I'll find it another time.
So,
but I do have it saved somewhere.
So we were just talking. We're going to have a guest on next week, and it's I do have the open. It is Todd. Give me a second. I guess scroll through the emails here. There's a big chain here. Todd Sarner, who has built Transformative Parenting, and it was very interesting that the office manager reached out to us and was talking with us back and forth. And the line here is, my husband is the one that found your show. He told me, and I told Todd. So I was telling Joe, I was like, have we interacted with Todd's office manager's husband? Is it random kid? How did they find our show? So it was very cool. But we'll have Todd Sonner on next week and then have some fun with that. And then in what, 4 weeks, over 4 weeks. Oh man, it's a month and a half away. We're going to Chattanooga. And excited about that.
Yep, it'll be a lot of fun.
It will be. And we were just talking about that on Patreon. So all that being said, thank you, Joe, for the Facebook. I'll probably just put it on the wall right behind me, just mount it like a knob behind me, and then we'd have it for the show. And then hopefully by next week, we'll have the thing that I've been working on forever for you. We'll see. We'll see if it gets there. What's the question of the week?
The question of the week is, what do you think of Charles's face? No.
Yeah, I posted it on Facebook. I was super excited, man. I don't know why the picture's blown out like that with the lighting and whatnot, but
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, for our podcast listeners, I did find the picture of him opening up the Switch and whatnot. But yeah.
That face didn't even tell those. I mean, I was so excited. I mean, my love language is like surprise, awesome gifts, and just it's like, I honestly, even holding it in my hands for the picture, I wasn't entirely sure it was real. It was really cool.
You're going to open it up and it's just going to be some rocks in there or something.
I mean, oh yeah. Kelsey, definitely be hitting some Slurpees while I'm in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Shizzle.
All right. So the question of the week is, if you could instantly master any creative skill, and in parentheses, it's drawing, coding, music, etc., what would it be?
Music. I mean, that's it for me. Any form of it, creating it, playing instruments, singing, writing, You're talking about mastering it instantly. That's when I watched The Matrix, I didn't want to download Kung Fu. I wanted to download all the musical knowledge in the world. Right.
Got
That's
it.
yeah. Uh,
When I think of downloading Kung Fu, my first thought isn't The Matrix, it's Chuck.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Jeb says his creative skill is going to be shape shifting. Hey, all right, that's
very
not bad.
creative, Jeb. Let's see what my
You gonna
middle
shift
child
into a
Bob.
mushroom and let me jump on your head?
Well, you have plenty. You'll have so mushroom to jump on.
Hi, I'm Bob, and for the question of the week, if you could instantly master any creative skill, I would choose art. And because I want to be an animator to draw lots of fake lawn and stuff. Brought to you by Bob.
All right, number one, I hate to break this to you, Joe, but you have a drama kid on your hands, and you're gonna have to.
Oh,
There's
I
help
know.
for that. There's help. There's groups, support groups out there for that.
He's taken drama the last few years, actually, as one of his homeschool electives. So
Well, we need to all band together to make him be one of the best ones, like Lin-Manuel, and not like people we don't talk about. You got it. And that's a me and Joe joke, and that's where it's going to stay. Is a me and Joe joke. But
I know where you're going, but my first thought was actually a certain character from or actress from Twilight.
Yeah.
No, he's a bit too over the top. He shows way too much emotion to be her.
He can't be in Twilight. He can't be. I'm happy. But I didn't understand. So he wants to be an animator. I got that.
Yeah.
So he wants to master art instantly. But what does he want to draw? I honestly didn't quite catch it at the end.
He just wants to do animation. Like
just animation in general. Got
it. For the past couple of years, whenever I've asked him what he wants to be when he grows up, it's an animator. And so he wants to go to BYU in Utah because it's one of the #1 animation colleges in the United States.
I learn things every show.
Yeah.
That's all right, cool.
It has one of the best programs in the United States, so much so that if you graduate from there, there's a very distinct possibility you'll end up working at either Disney or Pixar or
Bob. No Disney. They're actually by the time you graduate, Disney's not going to exist.
He wants to do anime.
Whatever. Exactly. Go take your butt to Korea. Move to Korea. Get us some more. By the time you graduate, we're in solo leveling 10. Season 10. Get us season 10, 11, 12 going. Come on, man.
I'm not sure there's enough source material for that, to be honest, based on how far they've gotten in the 2 seasons.
Okay, the next one that is right up there with solo leveling and Demon Slayer.
Oh man.
Because I do support friends and family, but I'm not gonna just like gush over an anime just because you work on it. It better be good, Bob. It better be good.
Dang, Skippy. For me, I'd probably have to go with video editing. I think that would be an awesome skill to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've scratched the surface, but
same.
I am not even close to anything that would be considered mastery of video editing.
And we're not talking just cutting it and making it work like we do here for the show. I imagine you're talking about like, because we both can do that. I mean, you're cutting clips. I mean, we can do basic editing and make some cool transitions. We can but you watch a great commercial or you watch a movie or a TV show. Yeah. I'm not there either, man. That's really good stuff. Especially when you start talking about like transformations and now would FX
CGI? Yeah,
CGI be is part of
I don't know where the
well,
crossing the line.
You can explain it. Would you want to include all that too?
I would love to know how to do CGI and stuff too. So in college, I did a 3D art project as part of my programming electives, and I barely scratched the surface of that. Like it was very, very rudimentary, like early 90s graphics, but it was 3D and it rendered, and my internship put it on their website. They don't have it there anymore, but they did put it on their website at least for a little while.
Well, that was like 20 years ago or something. I mean, maybe not quite 20 years ago, but it was a while back. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have made that for them to 2011 or 2012. So yeah,
So
14,
12-ish, 14, yeah.
13, 14 years ago. So
So Devo says video editing is fun and time consuming, but the results when you get it right, ... which is like, yeah.
mhm.
But that's, for me, that's the same for music. I mean, I think it's the same for anything creative and amazing. Is I watch John Brown and the Secret Six on TikTok, and he's always putting together these videos where he's recorded all these harmonies of himself singing, and he's shot the video and he's edited. And I know it's a simple shoot, like he's literally sitting at his microphone, records the harmony, and then records the next one, records the next, or actually it's video. He could just use the same video and change it in the boxes and flip it, but it still takes so much time to do all that and make it look good.
Or there's different people who have done video magic, like jumping into mirrors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, that kind of
Those are
stuff
cool.
is pretty awesome too. Yeah.
And man, the people who could do that back on the Vine days,
Yeah.
that was crazy. There was, I obviously don't know the person's name anymore, but there was the first person I think the world saw do it in an independent format was this magician, and like he would dive into bed, and then it would change instantly, or he'd throw clothes and be in them, or I mean, it was like at the time you're talking about mid 2000s ish when Vine was coming around, and to do it in a 6-second. I mean, I know it's a lot of editing, but it was good. It was really good.
Or reaching through a TV screen and grabbing it, and or a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. It was pretty awesome. Pretty cool,
man.
So
yeah.
All right. Well, should we roll some dice?
Let's not, because I'm afraid a 6 is going to come up. Okay.
Well, there's not a 6. Your options are a 2 or a 3.
6, 7.
No, thank you.
Let's go. Jeb, this week your homework is to say 6, 7 at least once a day. So
because we make our kids do exercises if they say 6, 7. We're tired of hearing it.
Jeb, you're because exercise is healthy for the body. You're winning and I'm winning at the same time, man. Come on. Go up. Let's go with number 2.
Daddy, tell me a story.
All right, Bob wants to hear a story. I know I'm having withdrawals. I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
We should get him on in February. He will not be at Con. He's at a different con. That weekend. So maybe we should just have him on sometime in February. Because we were having him on, then we were seeing him at all these cons, and then it's like Conjuration was late October, and that's the last time we saw him and Ben and everybody else that's not Tyra, because Tyra's local. All right, the story, the biggest argument you've ever had about a fictional universe. All right, John, this one's yours, I do believe, because I don't know that I argue about that kind of thing.
I'm not the one that put it in our notes, but I did have one for it, so I was like, "Oh, let's go for it."
All right, cool. I think some of these came from, like, I did a search one day. I was like, I got tired of us going, what are we gonna do? And I went to Reddit and all these other places and just started pulling questions. So,
yeah. So after Harry Potter 6 came out, the book, not movie, I was going on a road trip with my older brother. We were driving from Southeast Washington to Idaho. It was about 8.5 hour in the car drive. The entire time we debated on various theories that we had for book 7, for the Deathly Hallows. And at the time we didn't even have a name to go off of or anything. We were just solely basing it off of, we knew it was the final book and what needed to be completed. And so for those unfamiliar with the Harry Potter franchise, they dump a lot of information that you couldn't have gleaned from the first books in book 7, with a lot of different lore and things like that. And so, but even with them completely changing things up on us, we got pretty dang close on a few different things. Obviously, we were throwing so many theories out there. Something had to be kind of close, because there were a lot of things that were very not even close. But I remember at the time there was a website, and this is a huge spoiler for those that haven't, so you might want to skip ahead by a minute or two. There was a website after book 6 came out called dumbledoresnotdead.com. And they listed a whole bunch of different, what I thought at the time was rather compelling arguments for why Dumbledore wasn't dead.
Okay.
And so, like, for instance, book 6, one of the main focuses in the Defense Against the Dark Arts class was nonverbal spells. So you do a spell without saying it, without out loud. And then in book 5, Harry is told that unforgivable curses are not very effective if you don't mean them. So, because he uses the Cruciatus curse on Bella and or Bellatrix. And so one of the main theories behind Dumbledore not being dead, was that Snape was actually a good guy and didn't mean it. So he said the words, but he thought a different spell. And so he was actually casting a different spell and not the Avada Kedavra, even though that's what he said. And they had other things, like every other time it's mentioned the killing curse, it talks about how they just slumped down, but when Dumbledore got hit, he flew backward out the tower, and so it had quite a bit of different things. So we talked a lot about that. We talked about all kinds of, and 8.5 hours. It filled the entire 8.5 hours. And so we were in Idaho for like a week, and then we went back. Nerd. I mean, you're not wrong. And then on the way back, for about half of it, we continued that discussion. So we went there, we spent like a week there or whatever, and then we drove back. So we spent a good 12 hours in the car talking about our different theories for the 7th Harry Potter book. That was the biggest argument.
Was it argument or was it discussion? I mean, honestly,
it was more of a discussion, a little bit of a debate.
Sure.
Because I do get the continuation of argument seems more aggressive, but it was more of a debate and theorizing and discussion. But that was definitely the biggest nerd debate I ever had, at least the longest.
Gotcha, man. The last time I argued about anything fandom might have been when I was a kid, like in high school or something, because it just became ridiculous, right? People, because it's any argument, right? It becomes not about facts, but about feelings and fighting things. And then we would do the when I was running Giant Size Team Up, we would have a bunch of different hosts on and do a movie night for the big things. And one of them was the new Star Wars, which was whatever. And I mean, there were so many opinions, and honestly, Paul Klotz just got on my nerves because he had to be right about everything. And we're like, this should be a discussion about what we did or didn't like about the film, much like Wait You Haven't Seen with Travis. But it became kind of a fall. I think it's one of the last ones we ever did because I just got over it. It's like, yeah, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to say my point, and you can agree with some of it and disagree with some of it, and that's fun. We can connect, or we can at least have some fun of like, I can't believe you like Breakfast in Dungeon or whatever it is.
Delicious in Dungeon. They're starting to work on season 2. They don't have a date on it.
I am sorry I triggered that, everybody, but we were really talking about me here. So, but yeah, it's and even fan theories can even be okay. Like there's some they're just okay. That's fun, right? Like Prince Eric and Little Mermaid was heading to the wedding of Tangled or whatever, and I mean there's some fun little connection theory. Those are always fun, but I don't care enough about any fandom to even get into like what's going to happen in book 7, because I've been around fandom all my life and it never goes the way you're going to think it's going to go. Now it can be fun. Don't get me wrong. That sounds like a fun ride. It sounds like I'd have enjoyed listening to an edited version of that podcast documentary there. But it's always a ways. I just today finished Ozarks, and I was like, I hate when they drag a show out. And that's what Ozarks felt like. They drug it out. And honestly, the story shifted from the main character, which is Jason Bateman, throughout most of it. Even though he's there, the focus shifted to I think it's Laura Dern that plays his wife, but it focused to her character. And I'm like, and then the ending was it was okay. It was okay. I mean, there was not, honestly, nobody will end the show the way I want them to end it. Anything to do with crime, I think at the end of this, if you're ending the show, everybody should lose. Oh no, I take that back. The Shield on FX was a perfect ending. They still drug that show out at least one season too long.
Was that the one with Michael Chitlis?
It was.
Okay.
It was. And it was off and on good. Like it did the roller coaster thing. And there was actually last season, from my memory, I haven't watched it in a while, but last season of that was very good because they were wrapping it up and they were building all these will they get caught kind of moments, blah, blah, blahs. But everybody lost. I loved it so much. Because it was like it's inevitable. There was no other ending you could get. Why do we have to have any kind of happy? And everybody fusses about The Sopranos that didn't end at all, basically. And it's whatever.
If something becomes popular, they just want to keep milking it. And so that's why I really appreciate ones who have a vision from the get-go and stick to it. Like with Avatar: The Last Airbender, they from the get-go planned on it being 3 seasons, and it got wildly popular, and the Nickelodeon was like, we need to continue this. They're like, no, we can do a sequel, but this is the story we had planned, period.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciate people that stick to their guns and say, no, this is it ending. Just like Arcane. Did you ever watch Arcane, the League of Legends one?
No, I didn't.
On Netflix? Yeah. So they did their seasons and they had it planned specifically, and it has become wildly popular, very expensive, but wildly popular. And they said, look, we might do more stories, but this story is done. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Devo says, Joe, myself, and all of the other podcasters have a secret Discord where we debate conspiracy theories about Charles.
It may or may not.
Some legitimate side conversations where it leaked out that I've definitely been the topic of conversation. I don't care.
We have discussed your Bigfoot ancestry in there, among other things. So just
hey. You have no idea if Bigfoot's one of the ancient gods. I'm just saying. Just saying, Joe. The old gods. Let's roll some dice.
Hey.
Too much. What?
The Old Testament talks about there being giants. Bigfoot.
And yeah.
Well, we just did 2, and I rolled 2 and 3 again, so we're gonna go with 3.
How do I trust my co-host when he starts off an episode lying to my face?
You don't.
Okay, good. Also, how do I teach my kids life lessons using anime? That's a good one.
Yeah. So there's a lot of really good anime that you can use to teach life lessons, especially, in my opinion, ones where they have to put in a lot of effort, and you see them not just putting in effort, but sometimes failing and redoubling their effort. So one that immediately comes to mind as a for instance is Haikyuu. Have you watched Haikyuu? It is one of my favorite sports animes out there.
I would not have guessed sports with a title like that.
Well, Haikyuu is literally volleyball in Japanese.
Ah, got you. Because I'm hearing it in English. I'm thinking it's like a smart IQ kind of thing. Got it.
No, yeah. So it is a volleyball anime. The main character is relatively short, but he wants to play volleyball. He dreams of playing volleyball, and normally if you're short in volleyball, you are more of a defender. I can't remember what the position is actually called. Yeah, but there's an actual position where you're not allowed to spike the ball, like in at least according to the anime. This is all based off of that, which I've been told is reasonably accurate to volleyball rules. But he does not want to do that. And he wants to spike it. He wants to jump up there, spike it, and have fun. And so he, for years, tries to get a middle school volleyball club going, and he is unable. Like, they tell him, "Oh, you can play with the girls' team." He's like, "I could, but I want to have an actual team." So he does practice with the girls some, and he convinces some of his friends that are in other sports to do one tournament with him their final year of middle school, and they get obliterated, like just destroyed. But he doesn't give up. He perseveres, and he did all that training throughout middle school, and he goes to a high school that used to be well known for their volleyball team, but they're kind of the rejects now. Their mascot is a crow, and people call them the wingless crows. Like, that's how bad their thing is. And so
Steven says this sounds like real life.
And so the thing is, though, when you're teaching your kids, watching this, you can see, look, he has struggles, but he keeps persevering. He doesn't let him get him down, and he keeps trying, and he keeps going, and he keeps practicing, and he keeps improving, and there's payoff. And so it was a great life lesson that if you persevere, if you put your energy into it, you can make good things happen. But at the same time, you can let them know the other teams that they beat, they put in a ton of work too. Just because you put in that work doesn't guarantee you will win, but you can guarantee that you can improve. You can be better.
It's like, it's not about the win. It's about, look how much he changed and grew from point A to the end of the journey there.
See, and Haikyuu especially, it has different moments where it shows people just completely destroyed because they got knocked out of tournaments and things like that. And so it has that aspect in there as well. And you see different times where they're like, we lost to you, but we respect how much time, how much effort you put in, and how awesome you guys were. Go win it for us too. And so they carry the torch for those.
You're losers. I can't have that energy on me. What are you talking about? But yeah, it's sportsmanship and camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm a sucker for animes where they show people who struggle, especially, everyone loves an underdog story where they struggle and they grow and their perseverance pays off. And so things like Haikyuu,
I do get over those because they're overdone. Yes, people like
they
them,
are.
but they also give a sense of false hope because now it sounds like yours in that story showed the work, but a lot of them, it's just emotion, and it's like there's no way Rudy would ever actually pull anything off in real life. It's not going to happen.
And he didn't really, not in real life.
I know.
But I like the ones where it does show them putting in the work, and they don't always succeed. I like when there's actual tension there that they might not make it.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch where, especially with sports animes, where they don't, like, they get to the mid-season tournament and they lose, but then they come back for the final tournament, like something like that. And so, I like seeing them actually having to put in the effort, stumbling along the way, and them actually showing it instead of just, yeah, I ran 10 miles. I did 100 push-ups. And now I'm super buff. You know,
Yeah.
I like solo leveling. I do.
Yeah.
But they could have done so much more with him actually training. Like I really
Well, that's not the key to that show. The key to that show is there's some power behind the screen that's actually giving him his butt. It's not the 100 push-ups he did that's making him stronger. He's
I know.
leveling up supernaturally.
But I really, really wish that the guy who lost his arm that was super good at sword fighting, but he got a mage class, so he couldn't be a sword wielding hunter effectively. I wish that he had taught that technique to the main character. I'm blanking on his name right now. Jinwoo. Yeah. I really wish that that was an arc, a training arc with him teaching the techniques, because just getting stronger doesn't automatically imbue fighting skill. And so I really, really wish that they had provided that.
Sure,
in there.
I get that, but that's why you go to your volleyball one. This is about I mean, no, I get it. But we both can agree on Demon Slayer. There are so many levels of lessons, and I really have loved the path that my youngest daughter Zoe discovered the show on her own. Started watching. I was ahead of her, so I started over with her, and we've watched it all together, all the way up through the newest movie. And there's so many. Yes, they do training. Yes, they have unnatural power, right, to a certain point. But it's not really focused on that because there's still people. The bad guys are still really bad, and they're still just as powerful, if not more. And good people who worked hard get defeated and die in some cases. But the forgiveness, the humanity they put back into when they tell the stories of the demons and where they came from, that's the biggest lesson I want her to take away from. Is like, hey, nobody's saying we shouldn't have killed this demon. This dude was about, starting even with the first one in the trials, right? That we first see. It's like he was going to kill as many people as, I mean, he's gone past redemption. He has to. Consequences matter, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There are consequences to the actions, but yet we are judging the actions and not the person, because you get to see how he ended up in that situation. And none of it's an apology. None of it is so good. I'm so irritated you haven't watched the new movie, man. There's a song I want to send you that I cannot send you that you'll love because it gives away some stuff in the movie, but it's so good. The song is, and I'm honestly, I'm beyond being irritated with you. I'm irritated with whoever, your Fotable or whoever. It's like, why are we holding it?
Crunchyroll?
What do we do? Why is it not on Crunchyroll? Why is it what we might go back to the theaters this year in 2026? Then say that, dude. Why are we sitting on this? This is by far, everybody I've seen see it. And of course you end up on your algorithms on all your social media, you end up with a echo chamber, right? A little bit.
Yep.
But everybody I've seen on all socials, we all have the same takeaway from it. Like, oh my God, they keep just hopping themselves, not just with the story and the art and the fighting, but those lessons that they have never once forgotten what the point of the show was, which I think is showing what humanity is and the different paths that humanity takes. So yeah, I mean, you can use anything to teach lessons, but when you grab stuff like Haikyuu and Demon Slayer, you're going to be looking for specific things to teach. What about, I'm being kind of funny, but kind of whatever. What about cooking in dungeon? Is that something you can? Hey, kids get excited about culinary adventures, or
it's how to interact with your autistic friends when they're hyper obsessed about something. That's the lesson you can learn from Delicious
so I need
in Dungeon.
to watch it so I can help you guys.
Have you not seen Delicious in Dungeon yet?
I watched like half an episode. I'm like, I don't care.
So
I
the
mean,
main
what I wouldn't be
character,
mean about it is I just really like, there's nothing here that grabs me.
they don't outright say it, but the main male character, it's pretty clear he's got autism. He is very, very socially awkward and obsessed with the desire to eat monsters. But yeah. And he doesn't pick up on social cues and things like that. Like, yeah, he's a character. It's funny. We like it. Kelsey watched it with me as well. So
I know she loves that. When you talked about it before, and I think I brought it up saying I had tried it because you talked about it, and she was positively chirping in the chat, and yeah,
it's not for everyone. It's a bit quirky. I like it.
I don't honestly know what I expected, but it is very much a cooking show, right? Like they go into the recipes and and like, oh, I don't know. I kind of expect my anime to be a flow through state. Like here's characters going on a journey. I don't know. I can see why you like it. I can see why a lot of people like it. You're not the only ones in the world who like it. You know,
if you kept going, it gets pretty serious later.
Let me guess. I need to give it 5 seasons and then make up my mind. Yeah.
Well, there's only 1 season, so yeah, give it 5 seasons and you're good.
That's a One Piece kind of joke there.
One Piece only has 1 season, didn't you hear?
Yeah, no, we talked about it. Devo says I have speak pipes on food and anime. I had to go to my daughter's mission trip meeting next week. Wait, I had to go to my daughter's mission trip meeting.
So next week he's gonna send us some speak pipes on food and anime.
Okay. Meeting period next week. Got it. Grammar matters. And he used it. I didn't read it. That's what I'm saying there.
All right, should we go ahead and roll some dice?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I could keep talking about anime. I could talk it a long time. All right. Speaking of talking about anime,
what are you nerding out about now?
It's not Christmas. We don't have to use the Ghost of Christmas Past for now.
Oh.
I was thinking about him the other day, if there's been any progress in his case. I mean, we already know that. So for those you don't know, that voice there was Kurt Booten, and he was a regular / co-host on the show for about a year and been a friend for much, much longer than that. And he was killed by a driver under the influence. I believe it was under medication or it was not alcohol, but he still should not have been driving. And it's a criminal act. And ultimately, Joe, I know that I believe you and I talked about this, that charges have been brought, like he was indicted.
I think it was
person
aggravated vehicular manslaughter or something like that.
Yeah, but we have no idea when the trial is going to happen and what's going to happen. And honestly, in these things, there's no such thing as justice because, again, Demon Slayer, their decisions added up, you know. And even if this guy was like a mass murderer, is it really justice to put him in jail or kill him? It's not bringing your loved one back. It doesn't heal the hole in your heart. I don't know. I'm not saying we shouldn't punish people. I'm just saying for the family and friends, it's tough. And look, Joe, look, our old friend Zucardi, is here. My boy that kept me sane during the first Pokemon Go Fest.
Well, when they had all those issues, left, right, up, and down, no one could play.
Issues, yeah, it was crazy. He made it worth it. It was awesome. So all right, what are we nerding about?
So we get to play your favorite game. What's the anime about?
All right, I'm not even going to go to Chad today. I'm going to do it myself.
So it's called Sentenced to Be a Hero.
I mean, that sounds kind of straightforward, but also it's an anime. I can't imagine somehow a villain in a story committed a crime and they're sentenced to do hero work. But it does indicate from the title that that's the case. So it's probably about squids from space playing volleyball in a zombie apocalypse.
You're so close, except instead of volleyball, it's ballet. But you know,
of course, squids,
so
legs,
close.
ballet. I should know.
No, so Sentenced to Be a Hero. You were spot on with your initial guess. It's criminals who are sentenced to be heroes. And the term hero in this world has a negative connotation because it's criminals who are sentenced to it.
Okay.
And
but so it's a job kind of position.
Yes.
Like you call a hero to go fight a monster, but they really are criminals that are disposable.
Yeah, but part of the trailer tells you death does not get you out of your sentencing.
Wait, they get Zook's got it. They get sentenced as a punishment for not eating lunch in a dungeon.
Oh man. But yeah, so yeah, if you die, they bring you back to life. If they can't recover your body, they put your soul into another dead body and you continue being a hero.
Oh, so it's kind of like Altered Carbon a little bit.
I guess I've never actually seen Altered Carbon, but sure.
I don't know if you'd like it. It's been a while. I need to watch it again. I loved it. But yeah.
But yeah, and so the first episode was a double episode, so it was just under an hour long. And in this world, it's a fantasy world where the blight comes, and when the blight shows up, it corrupts the land and turns living creatures into demons, and eventually spawns a demon lord. And the royal knights and the heroes have to go stop the demons. And so the main character,
but royal knights sound like good. They're good, so they're like the prison guard on the cleanup duty on the highway.
It depends on your perspective. They're good. The
he used air bunnies for that.
I did. Well, because I mean, when it comes to morality, everyone's compass is different, and they are not portrayed. They consider themselves noble, but their actions speak a bit otherwise.
They're American. Got it.
Whoa. And so the main character, he's there, and he's got another hero that's with him who is a kleptomaniac, and that's why he was sentenced to be a hero, because a lot of thieving. And so it opens with the kleptomaniac stealing from the royal guards, or they might even be royal guard, might not be the right term. It might be because they're like priestly guards. But anyway, he's stealing from the guards and running away from the demons and running away from the fight, and begging. He's like, "Xylo, save me!" The main character's name is Xylo, and so Xylo shows up, and he seems to have powers similar to Gambit. He can infuse. He infuses daggers with magic and throws them, and then boom, explosions happen. So it's similar-ish to Gambit, but only in his powers. His personality is nothing like Gambit. And come to find out that what the guy had stolen was a coffin containing the body of a goddess. And Xylo hates goddesses. Like he's like, yeah, no, I want nothing to do with this. I hate goddesses. And so they have been tasked. Their job as heroes is to support the retreat of these guards, of the knights. And so if at least half of the knights make it home alive, then their sentence is done. Their servitude is over. Otherwise, they get presumably get a new mission, and they continue their sentencing. Xylo does say, though, when they get brought back to life, they lose some of their memories, and eventually they lose who they were.
I'm about to say they kind of become not zombies in the physical sense, but in the now they're just mindless. I mean, they're not mindless. They think for themselves. I get it. Yeah. So what happens? Let me ask you, what happens when they lose their memory?
He mentions not being yourself anymore, but it doesn't really go further than that, because it's only episode 1 is out so far. Okay. Because the kleptomaniac, he's kind of just flippant, and like he's not worried about dying because they can bring him back or put him in a new body, whatever. But Xylo's like, no, you don't want to die. You will lose yourself. Don't. And yeah, and so it's pretty good so far. I am curious to see where it goes. The animation's a little bit jarring. They used too much CGI, in my opinion. And so there's a stark difference between the animation styles in different scenes, because some of the monsters are CGI, whereas the rest of it is more what you would expect from animation. And so
Okay.
it can be a little off-putting in that regard. It's not. It's definitely not even close to the worst CGI I've seen. But yeah, we'll see. It's been pretty good so far. I will say though, it is quite brutal. It's definitely not for kids. A lot of anime is not for kids in general, but
Fair.
definitely not for kids. A lot of bloodshed and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a brutal first episode opening, but I think it has potential.
All right. Well, you'll keep us updated, I'm sure.
Yeah. What are you nerding out about?
Mine's a little bit different. To be fully honest, I talked about at the end of the year last year, dealing with some things in life and changing things up. And it's not unusual in the show for my nerding out to be something personal versus like a media thing or whatever. But for the first time, I've been working on setting boundaries, right? And saying no to things I don't want to do, and saying the things that I wanted. And actually, I was talking about this on Be Awesome a little bit on Tuesday, and Devo was there, and I was saying, not in a real sense, Joe, but you would have no problem, and you've had no problem telling me I don't like XYZ, right? You don't even think twice about it. It might be something I do. It's like I don't like that you wear a red hoodie, right?
Yeah, red.
That's not
hoodies.
literal, but yeah, triggered. Um, but I've always had a problem with that because it's like, well, if I tell you what is that, some kind of, I'm sure it's a best dad ever shirt or something.
It's not.
Is it not? I thought that was your brand. Is the dad shirts? Okay, I don't like that you're wearing an American flag on a T-shirt. It's disrespectful to the flag. You don't care, right? But I feel like you would care. Like it's going to hurt things sometimes. So anyway, I'm working on figuring out how to put things down, how to not take on other people's problems, and how to set boundaries. And tonight, of all nights, I was venting a little bit in the Patreon before even Joe got on. So I wouldn't vent here because I want to talk about. I actually said some things. So for whatever reason, tonight, both my wife and my oldest daughter decided to hear whatever they wanted to hear. Okay, there's a difference in saying stuff like that to be funny. That's one of the first things I ever said to him when he was 14 years old and we met. Yeah, I said you drink. It was just a joke. It was
If
like,
you don't drink Coke,
or
you're dumb.
Pepsi. Yeah. And he laughed, and guess what? It made an impression. So I go through these phases where nobody's listening to me. Like I will say, to my story tonight, this is one of those moments where normally I'll just sweep it on a rug, just let it build up, get mad, end up exploding on people, and just moving on with my life and forgetting about it, whatever. Or when you carry it with you, but you try to forget about it. And it's something simple. So there's a TikTok recipe we came across a while back that on TikTok looks amazing. It's an Indian dish called butter chicken.
Oh, I've heard good things.
Oh, it is fantastic at Indian restaurants. I've not had it anywhere else but Indian restaurant, but yes, it's a easy entry into Indian cuisine if you'd like to try it. It's a great dish. But it's this butter chicken mac and cheese. And the guy is an Indian chef who did the video. And I mean, you should watch him cook up the chicken and the Indian spices and then the roux and the mac and cheese.
And they make it look so easy on social media.
Yeah, but also looks amazing, which we know is advertising, right? You can go to a restaurant and look at the menu, like, oh my, that looks so good. When it comes to you, it might still look the same, but it did not hit the palate like your brain thought it would.
Yeah.
So Erin made it tonight, and she's all excited. Cool. I was exhausted today. I came home from doing some stuff at the school and took a nap, and when I got up, it's one of those. I mean, I'm not saying that I would talk to people, but it's the aura, the energy is like, leave me alone. I'm just, And
got it.
So I went ahead and made a bowl, and she's like, you're not even going to wake up? I said, no, I'm going to wake up a little bit more before I get into it. And I did slowly started eating it. And I did like it. And ultimately, as I finished it, I thought it was really good. But halfway through, I always try to, 'cause she puts way too emotion into her cooking, too much emotion, as in, yes, everybody wants to be validated. I got that. You created something, you want to hear about it. And she is open to criticism and changes. So I try to be mindful of when she's made something. She doesn't eat these kind of foods, so she doesn't try them. So she needs that feedback. I try to be mindful of going, "Oh no, this is really good. Thank you." You know, those kind of things. So I was a few bites in, whatever, and I told her, I said,
Needs
"No."
a little bit more paprika.
Yeah, I mean sometimes, you know, and that's feedback. But I was telling her, I was like, "Hey, this pretty, you know, it's pretty good. It's okay." Uh, and she goes, "It's not the end all be all." I mean, not snappy, but she's like, and I went, because I'm in this phase of trying to say what I think. So I went, nothing's the end all be all of food. I mean, I love your mac and cheese, but even that's not the end all be all of mac and cheese. You know, there's no, it's not the end all be all, but it's cool. Um, so then 10,
Well,
15 minutes later,
you said this is our first time making buttered chicken, right?
and well, this whole dish, butter chicken, mac and cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how often she's like, "Oh,
Not
I
before
just
the story.
nailed
I
it
don't
right
know.
out of the park." Well, just
Well, actually,
in
there's a
general.
lot. Yeah. Actually, in general, I mean, if she figures out, she's a pretty decent cook, so she knows what we like as a family, and she can adjust
Yeah.
recipes. But honestly, I've never heard her say that phrase, and it was like, that's not what I said at all, you know. So, but I didn't say anything. So whatever. I went around. Crosby comes in and so, "You gonna do a show tonight?" I'm like, yes. "Oh, can I borrow the projector?" And I was like, "Sure," because they wanted to be out in the yard with their friends and watch something. And it was still hooked up to the amp inside the house. You know, I have this little amp that I have for different things. And we New Year's Day, family came over. They wanted to see all the foosball games. So I had a speaker set up and an amp so I could hear everything loud. And she started pulling the cables out, and instantly she got dumb for a second. Because I've raised her, taking her to events like, "Hey, run these cables, do this thing."
Yeah.
She knows how to at least figure it out, right? And for a hot second, she's like, "Oh, where's this cable going?" Like, you need to unplug it from the amp. Now, I may have muttered a little bit. I may have not been as clear as I am right now, but I said, "You need to unplug it from the amp." And she like pulls it out and she starts, and she goes, "I've never used the amp before. I don't know how to use it." I went, "You're not going to use the amp." And she goes, but I've never used the amp before. And I went, "You're not going to use the amp." And she goes, "But you said that I had to take the amp out." So I'm like, I did get a little angry. I want to work the next step beyond saying what I think and putting in boundaries is to do it softly but firmly, right? But I went, "I never said that. I never said take it outside. I said unplug it from the effing amp and take your butt into the living room and find the speaker." Because I was trying to say, when I was saying you're not going to use it, I was trying to go, "Hey, click." The words that are coming out of my mouth are, "You're not going to use that." So at bare minimum, the words coming out of your mouth should be, "What do I use?" And I would have said, "What do you normally use?" And it's this Bluetooth speaker that I've had forever that we always use for a projector. We wire it because the Bluetooth is delayed from the projector to the next. So we do, but whatever. And so, but when she was just like, I went, I said, "No," I said, "Go in quick in the living room where we put it for the holidays and grab it." And I said, and this is the nerding out part. I set the boundary. I actually said it. I said, "I never said take the amp outside. I said unplug the amp, and you're not listening." And then I turned to my wife and said, just like, oh, because she told Crosby, "Oh yeah," and the kids were coming through or whatever, and like, "Oh, there's this on the stove, and your dad says the mac and cheese is meh." I went, "I never said I didn't like the mac and cheese. I never said meh. I said it was decent and it's good, and you heard it wasn't end all be all." Now I say that going, I have to set my boundary. I have to call this out. It's like, y'all are hearing whatever you want to hear, and I don't know why that is, but that is a you problem, not a me problem. Because I'm clear. I mean, even if I'm muttering, I am communicating what I'm thinking. So when I say I'm clearly stating it, I mean no uncertain words. Unplug it from the amp is not take the amp outside. Not even close. So I expected negative backlash, attitude from the wife, something else. No, nothing. She didn't respond back to it. She didn't acknowledge it, but I don't need her to, I realized. because she was fine. Not in a, so okay, cool. So it is definitely not easy to say, hey, doofuses, this is how this goes. And I want to, like I said, I want to be smoother about it. Um, and then a little bit on the creative side, because I'm looking up at it. I said that I got that Akai Mini MPK Mini Plus
Yeah.
controller.
The little MIDI keyboard.
Yeah. And it came with I was nerding out with John a little bit on Tuesday because I was telling Tyra about it and said, John, it came with this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff because I knew he'd understand and get it. It came with a $100 pack of beats and all kind of things to add into. There's about 10 different plugins that it came with for
Oh, nice.
Native Instruments, which is one of the things I've been using. But it came with this training program that normally apparently it's a subscription that you'd pay for, but because I bought this, I don't know if it's a special deal, if it's just always when you buy this thing, but I had a code and I got the training program for free, and it's really cool because I'm like, man, this is nice. Some of it I'm acing, like, yeah, no, I got this beat down, I can do this. It's some of like doing the keys. I'm like, oh, it's been forever since I've timed things right, and I've always had an issue with speeding things up, so it's helping me learn through, and it's been a lot of fun. And then John reminds me again, I did kind of forget for a second, that he goes, hey, you've got a whole
Mail.
well, we're debating on that with you, Joe. But no, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a good reaction. See, I like it. But because you got a whole repository of beats and different things that you can play with. Like I know, and it's honestly a little overwhelming how much access I have to things now. But you and I really do need to sit down a work day because we want to swap over to like OBS for our broadcast. We definitely need to record a bumper for our new network that we're on, Poderation. And then we need to pick out some music in the meantime that John has given us to put on the buttons for the commercial break. And we're getting there, but yeah, it's Random Kid, I'm getting there. Random Kid says, I need the commercial break to feature Muzak from RGOP. Muzak. That's the worst kind of music. I remember that from the mall days. But two things. I am trying to make, and that's another thing it doesn't like send me reminders. I don't have it set up for anything like that. It's on my Mac. It's on Mac and PC. So it's not like an app on my phone or anything. But it does say when I was doing it, it's like, oh, hey, we want you to do like 5 minutes a day. And it gives you that little gamification of like, oh, you've done 2.5 minutes. And celebrates. So I don't have time every day. Yesterday I was on the ambulance for 12 hours, which means I was out of the house for 14.5 hours, give or take. So that kind of thing. But I am working on it and it will come. The other thing Random Kid has said in the past is that he would like to see that or they, I don't know, it's a Random Kid, there's no gender to that kind of title, but being that's it's a dad show, probably a dad, but that they would have seen like live TikToks of the drumming going on. I did, for all of it combined, I did just buy a laptop stand. That thing, I can't remember if I bought the one on the silver or not, but it's going to go right on the corner of my desk where the drums are, and that would be kind of the last piece I need because I need my phone to play the music that I drum along with. But I can run the soundboard to the laptop over there on the desk, and then I can see, because with TikTok, I want to see chat and different things and answer back if that's a thing, like if people are interacting. And then my Mac is my recording device. I want to do all of my music on this, so I'm going to have a space on my desk to where I can do that. So who knows? I might bite the bullet and just really do. What? All right, I love Random Kid. He's my favorite. Random Kid just types in the chat, I'm the world's best dad according to my coffee mug. And then he goes, suck it, Joe. Because as we all know, in the Rock Guy universe, coffee trumps t-shirts. But yeah, so I'll probably do some updates both on music and on personal journeys here throughout the year. Because yeah, and I'll tell you, Random Kid, I love the support that you put in. Saying, hey, we want to see you playing the drums online and learning and that kind of thing. It is. I wouldn't say terrifying. It's just I have a very hard time overcoming performance perfection. right? I've been a performer,
Mm.
God, as long as I can remember. I mean, ever since I was little, I was put out on stages in front of people and this, that, and the other. That it just has to, I have in my brain, it has to be right. So it's hard for me to even do karaoke because it's like, I know everybody's drunk and they're singing 90% of the time, they're singing way off tune, but I can't get up there and sing off tune. I feel like so if you see me live on TikTok, it's a big jump. So, but that's my nerding out about it. So,
Oh man. All right. Well, should we roll some dice then?
yeah, I need. Oh, you know what? As you roll the dice, I want to get with the company eventually. Oh, I guess we're doing 5. I want to roll. I want to get with the company eventually to make my kind of coffee mugs because I like basically soup bowl or bigger sized mugs. I don't want the standard, like you can go to any Tea Public or whatever and put your logo on. I'm never going to drink out of an 8-ounce or even a 12-ounce mug. It just pisses me off. I'm going to have to research that. But I just realized, Joe, I will put a caffeination logo on one side and the other side of the mug just says, this is a coffee mug.
The world's best coffee mug.
Okay. That's even better. That's even better. I like it. All right.
All right. So number 5.
A commercial break would be good right now.
Devo with the, hey, do you have any music from Devo on not where he sings or does the intro? Not sings. He doesn't. I don't think.
Oh, some of the ones that he's provided. That's just no. All the ones that I've got.
I haven't either. Sorry. We're getting there, Devo. We're getting.
I mean, I do have some music from him that has.
Well, I want to talk over it, but he's gonna, if he's doing voice stuff, right? It gets, yeah. So we don't want to step on that lovely and talented voice that he puts out there. Hey, well, we'll just shove it down your. Look, kid, you will eat your vegetables and you will take your pills just like you're going to hit this commercial break and you're going to like it. Or I'm turning this show around. So first off, you got to go to patreon.com/wise_n_nerdy or wiseandnerdy.com/allowance and join our community. Pledge your undying allegiance and your firstborn soul to us, and we will do great things.
We don't accept souls. We like cash.
Joe speaks for himself. I like cash, but I will absolutely negotiate with you for your. I can't
and Charles strolling the crossroads.
Yeah, and I've got a new newsletter out there. Sendfox SENDFOX.com/bear crawling. And you can sign up. I'm going to do right now once a month, and it's probably going to be the most personal thing I put out there. Of like the first one really was, hey, I don't like doing newsletters because here's how they were presented. It's all about grabbing money and selling crap, and that's icky to me. But you know what? Everybody around me keeps telling me to it, and so I like Bob. I'm going to do that. So yeah, you can go to throne.com and buy me some. But yeah, the newsletter, that's where I'll probably put more about. Maybe I'll actually. You know what? Because people sign up there, and it's. I really feel like a newsletter is kind of a personal thing. Yeah, I do read Bob's. I think we are all signed up for Bob's newsletter, and I'm taking a lot of cues from him.
I hear from Bob that they really like cat pictures, so you could take some pictures of your beloved animals.
Oh, that kind of cat. Gotcha. I thought you meant your
Bobcat.
Thundercats. Oh! No, don't get me wrong. I have a hard time being motivated right now, energy wise, to do anything. And so I'm getting up, I'm getting work done. But I know it's a mental thing. I know when I flip on the camera to record a caffeination or something, the entertainment in me will kick in and it'll be fun. But getting to hit that button has been a struggle.
You just have to ask yourself,
what, Joe?
What would a Nosuke do?
He would not do caffeinations, that's for sure.
Are you sure?
Maybe I can find some Inosuke quotes and put them in, and then scream at people. But what I am not opposed to selling out a little bit and holding my dog. It's my wife's dog. All the animals are basically my wife's animals, but Klaus and I get along pretty well. I like Klaus. And I'm not opposed to having him and holding him on camera just so people watch the video. So, and what else? Tell them about Kanuga.
We'll be there.
Great. Awesome.
It's February 20th to the 22nd. We've signed up for a lot of panels.
I think it's 5.
Something like that, and it's all ones that we brought to them because they said all their other panels were full. They were like, we'd love to have you, but you need to provide your own content. We're like, have you met us? We could, and they're like, no, we haven't. We're like, yeah, we can handle our own stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience. I love that they accepted it. I do typically all the proposals, and it's standard. It's Wise and Nerdy. We have a cookie cutter proposal of different sizes depending on how many characters they allow. And I mean, it's just the same thing basically every con, because it's all you need. I mean, it's to sell, and it tells exactly what we do with the show. And they love that. They love Fandom Face Off. God, there was a third thing in there that maybe I pitched podcasting 101. I don't remember, because Tyra's not going to be there, so I didn't pitch a Be Awesome Together. Whatever they took, they're like, hey, like every con, it's essentially, can you do 3 panels to justify a free badge? And so we were.
Although they wanted more than that.
Well,
like
actually,
5 or 6, wasn't it?
It ultimately, so it was like 3 or 4 to justify. And she said, could you guys do that? And I was like, yeah, send us a list. We'll sign up for things. And that's when she came out. Well, it's kind of full. Cause in the saying, send the list, like, yeah, we'll do 6 or 7 each. We'd come to work. And she's like, oh my God, I'll take like 5 together if y'all can just do that. And that's when we figured out, I was like, oh, there's no place for us to go beyond other panels right now. And maybe that's because it's a tight knit group and they already know, who knows? But yeah, we ended up coming up with 5 different, things, and it worries me a little bit because Fandom Face Off is built for 3 people, and Joe's only the person right now that I know for sure is going to be at Conuga that I know.
So you and I are going to have to argue.
Probably. I mean, that's the adjustment there, and then we're going to do something we've never done before, and we're going to do Everybody's John, which we've played once with Bob leading the charge,
and we've told them that they need to get us 2 more people.
I'm gonna follow up with that. It's like, hey, did you have any success in getting somebody to sign up for that? Because otherwise we're gonna have to be going up to random strangers at panel. Like we're gonna have to go to a bunch of panels
at the panel, be like, hey, you want to join us?
Yeah, basically. Going, hey, would you? Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. And thank you, John Marsh, for signing up for the newsletter. All right, Joe, what is the upcoming
question of the week? So for January 29th, it's what's a weird talent that you have? I want to hear about people's weird talents.
To kind of give a picture, are you talking about like party trick kind of things? Are you talking about like, this won't be mine because I've talked about it on shows before, but like I'm actually classically trained in music and can read music. Is it that kind of thing? Like, nobody would ever think that of me because I never do it. Could be that.
Could be something that you saw on TV and you're like, I want to learn how to do that. And so you learned how to do it, and people may just not know. Like, what's a weird talent that you have? So.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I like it. That'll be in a couple of weeks. And then next week, we're going to have Todd Sarner on from Transformative Parenting. He'll be our guest, and we'll be talking about getting some tips on how to manage real life as parents. And it's going to be fun. All right. I think it is. Does that mean it's time to roll some more dice?
It is. We're looking for a 4 or a 6. I pushed.
Do a 6. Yeah. All right. I don't want to end the show on that one.
All right. So it is
a dad joke.
And let's go to the Discord and see what we've got there, because Charles has been kicked out of the bad dad joke room there, so he doesn't know what's coming.
Yeah. We told that story about. I was like, why am I seeing all these dumb jokes? Oh, you're not supposed to be in that room. Like, well, please block it somehow. I don't know.
And then you switched accounts because you lost access to your other account, and then you were in there again, and we're like, get out. Get out of there, Charles.
And now I have both accounts open. That's crazy. And I'm not in that room on either. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do 3 tonight. We're gonna have a hat trick from
I've got
from the
kind
full
of a
run through.
Semi-drunk uncle one for you.
Okay. All right. So the full run through. He's thinking about New Year's and thinking about what goals he should have and whatnot and things like that. So he says, I think for my New Year's resolution, I'm going to stick with 4K. Then he
Apparently, Joe drinks Pepsi, John.
not Coke. Oh man. Then he sends us a text message. Someone is reaching out to their father asking for advice. Says, how do I set the washing machine? How do I set the washing machine? Not how do you tell a dad joke, because I'm failing on that, but how do you set the washing machine? Dad replies, what are you washing? He says, a t-shirt. What does it say on the t-shirt? Pink Floyd. That's it. Nothing. Wow.
That doesn't make any sense. Even in the bad dad show, reach out to dad. How do you say? Was he trying to say read the tag on the shirt?
Yes.
I envy the people who have not met you.
Wow, what a
That
jerk.
that was brutal. That joke. Even Kelsey's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
But then John Marsh says,
no, that was from the Pepsi joke. They did not. You can't go back and retcon the LOLs in the chat, sir.
all right.
Yeah,
well,
he
let's
says
see.
cliffhanger. It didn't feel like the joke was over. It said,
All right. Well, let's see if Tyler can bring it back. After retiring from Starfleet, Jean-Luc Picard went into the tailor business. He opened up a little shop
make it
near
so.
campus.
Come on.
I'll make it so.
No. No. Full run through. Understand that if you go in front of any kind of family court or counseling for your kid, that this is evidence. These bad dad jokes are evidence used against you. All right. Now here's a deep thought one, Joe. Okay, you ready? It's a deep thought. If you have one pizza and you put another pizza on top of it, you have two pizzas.
No, you have one sandwich.
But shut up. If you have a lasagna and you put another lasagna on top of it, you only have one lasagna.
Okay.
You need to drink more alcohol, sir.
I mean, who do you
Jab
think you
is
are?
getting it.
Garfield? He loves lasagna.
Who knew the second weekend to 2026 was going to be the demise of Wise and Nerdy? You can read that one from Zakari because he earned it. He hadn't been here forever.
What did one turbine say to the other?
All right.
I'm a huge metal fan. John Marsh.
No. It is time.
John knows. No. John knows all about lasagna. It was a layered joke.
Where's Dead Baby Turtle? I need the help. I need to save this. Somebody save me.
I don't know. He's running around upside down somewhere.
Yeah, he is. All right. So let's get to a much better segment.
Speaking of Tyler,
a Parliament of Papas, where Linktree /wise_and_nerdy will get you to our Discord. It is free. You can go and be a part of it. Also, do we have a short link to Discord? I don't think we do. Do we?
Yeah. wiseandnerdy.com/Discord.
Thank you, sir. He's done so many short links. I can't remember what we do or do not have, and it's awesome. So
yes.
There you go. wiseandnerdy.com.
All two short links. So many.
No, there's Call Dad too.
That's not a short link. That's an actual website. And you did that one.
Same difference, sir. Same difference.
Sorry. There's 3.
All right. But come join our Discord. You can be part of the community, share your thoughts, share your bad dad jokes. Please don't. But
Troll
also,
Charles.
you can, yeah, well, there's that. And you can put in your own experiences and questions. And the Parliament of Papas is for all of us who are here live right now. Oh, no. My kids have moved my gavel way over
stole it.
there. They did.
Those
So I mean,
thieves.
it's there, but I'm going to have to move. I don't want to move, but I'm going to get it. But we come together as a parliament and we decide with all the wisdom that we have how to solve the problems of the world. So the full run through, who's a great part of our community, has this one. Joe, go for it.
All right. So our 8-year-old got a $50 bill from my dad for Christmas. We left the house last night and he had the intent of going to Target to spend it after we stopped at my wife's family's dinner get together. As we were leaving the family's house, he realized his $50 was missing. We called the family. It wasn't there. We looked in the car, couldn't find it. And my wife searched our house today, never showed up. I just got out of my car after work and saw the $50 stuck in the bushes outside. He had dropped it, and luckily enough, the weather didn't blow it away or drench it with rain. My question is, how long do I let the 8-year-old stew in the regret of losing the $50 before I explain to him I found it? But that he needs to be more careful with his money because sometimes life doesn't always work out that you get lucky and find what you lose.
All right. So here's a little caveat. Sometimes these are funny questions. Like we have argued about should you read Die Hard to your kid, you know, as at early age. That was one of the first ones, remember? And we argued Bluey versus Lazy Town, but sometimes they are serious questions. Now I know my answer, Joe, and I don't want to run you over here. So what is your take on that? One, that's awesome. The money came back, right? That's cool.
I don't think he needs to wait. That's my opinion.
I agree.
I think you can have that conversation and have that explanation and tell him the importance of keeping track of things and not losing things. But I don't think there's any need to punish him further. I'm sure that he's already been super worried and sad that he lost it and agitated and we know that or no, I'm conflating two people. I was thinking for a second, but it's Casey J whose child has autism. I was gonna
I think
that.
Casey has autism and his kid doesn't.
I think both of them do.
Maybe they do.
But anyway, regardless, I don't think that you need to further. I think sitting him down and if anything, I would play up. Personally, I'd be like, I'm the hero. I found it, and I'd go from that angle. But I mean, I'm the number one dad, so you know.
In a dictatorship,
regardless of what random kid
sir.
says, you jerk. And so, but no, you have that conversation, and I don't see. I'm trying to see the thought process of what would entice you to hold on to it.
The thought process would be it impacts the lesson, like lost and found, and I need to protect it. I'm thinking that's what the thought process is. Let them stew in it, let them get, because I'm assuming the thought process would be we bring back the money so fast, there's nothing learned. But you also, whether you intended it or not, you also used the word earlier, punish, that you don't see the further there's lessons and punishment are two different things. And I want to be, from my standpoint of this dissertation, I want to be very clear about instantly. One, when he realized he lost it, I would, commiserated with him. Obviously, we all looked, we called, everybody's so sad. And I said, look, we're going to keep looking. But ultimately, I don't want my kid to lose their joy, because I've told many a story and I'm not going to go into it now, but I absolutely not just lost my joy as a kid many times. I had it taken from me intentionally with punishment on those kind of things. I don't want that for my kids. So I would tell them like, look, this is kind of like a one-time thing, but I understand how special it was and you're learning. I will give you $50 and we'll take it. But it's not the same. But you need to understand it's not the same. And the same result is protection. Know where your money is. Know, when our kids started getting a little bit of cash like that from gifts, we made sure they had some kind of wallet, or if they're just going to stick it in their pocket, it's like, nah, man, I'm sorry. Let me help you protect it. I'm going to hold on to that for you so that you have it when you're ready. And I don't know how Tyler's son is at 8.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you the ages my kids did, but at some point they started insisting, it's like, okay. And then I teach them, like, look, put it in a wallet. That way it's safe. And put the wallet in your pocket and don't mess with it. But if you put it loose in your pocket and you put your hand in your pocket and you're going to pull something out, that's how you lose it. So on and so forth. But I'm with you, Joe. Yeah.
My oldest, I was just going to say, you mentioned keeping it safe. My oldest he doesn't like keeping his money in his wallet because he's worried that he will lose it.
Lose the wallet?
So, yeah. Or lose the wallet, lose the money, whatever. And so he actually takes his money out and puts it in a jar, and we keep it in our safe. And so,
all right, sure,
he's I was
thinking more like going out, like in the adventure, but no, I like that storage at home. Yeah. Cause you can absolutely misplace it. I've tried to teach every last kid place. I put my wallet in the same place almost every time. And the second I don't know where it is because my dummy butt put it on the table right next to where I put it all the time, but it's on the table over here instead of on the counter. Yeah, so I get that. That's pretty smart.
Well, and that's why we have a key rack. So every time we get home, we put our keys up on the key rack, because if they end up somewhere else, who knows where they are? Hopefully they're in a purse or a pant pockets or something. But having a designated place is a great way not to lose things. But
I hate loose money in my pockets. But friend of mine, Jamie, don't believe you've met him because he doesn't come to any of the DragonCon stuff, even though he's been invited a million times. His dad gave him one year. I met him through karaoke, and it's one of the last years I was doing karaoke. And his dad gave him $300 cash. Sorry. Why are you force choking me, Joe? Do you not want me to tell the story? I don't understand what I did wrong, Darth Joe.
And he spent it on a frog in his throat.
Oh my goodness. But basically he's never recovered it. Like it fell out of his pocket somewhere. But so to the point of how long you wait, I would have done it instantly. That's me. It's like, oh, I'm overjoyed. I want to bring that joy to you. I want to and the kids gonna be super overjoyed. Oh my God. And in that moment with the joy, teach the lesson of, hey, we do need to protect it because it's valuable to us. You want to protect what's valuable. You need to rely on others like me and your mom to help you with that. And you don't always get stuff back, but honestly, this is me. Now, I'm not telling you to do this, Tyler, but because you're right. Most people are like, oh, it doesn't come back to you. I do. Honestly, if you live your life right, the money will always come back to you. The life will take care of you if you take care of life. Karma's a good thing, but you still have to put in the effort. You don't just get miracles by just sailing through life. You put in the effort to protect the money. You put in the effort to know where it is. And then sometimes it's all
you become a volleyball player.
But ultimately, I think, Joe, you and I are on the same page. Although I find it interestingly funny that you wanted to be the hero of the story, so you rush in and make it all about how you found it, which is valid. I prefer that over Santa Claus any day. Santa brings you presents, but Daddy does all the work throughout the year, baby. I'm just saying. It's a negative situation that I think the lesson is more impactful by the positive of going ahead. And of course we take time to get to these questions. I'm not sure when he posted it. So he posted it today. I don't know if he gets the Patreon version or not. So it'd be like
he
next
posted
week.
it 2 days ago.
2 days ago. So hopefully, as is the case usually when he asks the question, he handles life and keeps moving on and lets us know what he ended up doing. But yeah, I think coming in and joy, it's found, it has come back, it's good. And let's make sure you feel how you feel now. Let's protect that feeling, because you remember how you felt 5 minutes ago. That's not the feeling you ever want. And I actually try to use that
Well,
for anything
and
my kids do.
maybe he could have the discussion about losing things shortly before revealing that he found it, to hammer
That's
it
a
home.
tactic. Yeah, I mean, this is why there's at least two of us here. You're going to get a couple different angles to come at it, for sure.
Yeah. So instead of leading with, "Hey, I found it," lead with the lesson, and then say, this isn't always going to be the case, but
Which
sometimes things work out.
You could do even without finding the real 50, and you're just giving them the 50, right? Because then it makes it like, hey, this still is a random kind of thing. You're just seeding the magic versus finding the magic. But yeah, but I think we both agree. You don't need to wait, because the longer that negative feeling goes, doesn't make the positive more positive, if that makes sense.
Well, it's like, I mean, I understand raising an animal versus raising a kid is very, very different. But when a dog...
Out of order, sir.
Whoa.
Out of order, sir.
Whoa. But when you're potty training an animal, a dog, you address it right away, or else they're not going to understand. They're not going to realize that was an issue.
The longer you get away from the moment, the less impact it has.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. All right. So we're, for once, maybe not once, but for tonight, we're in agreement. Go ahead and charge that kid a dad tax of $45 and only give him $5.
Follow these nerdy dads on social media. Charles at Rock God of Podcasting. Joe at Joseph_Ard. Check out the website, wiseandnerdy.com. And as always, they may not be your father, but they'll always be your daddy.
Shut up, Mike.
Onions got layers too.